We here,
yeah.
Last time we didn't do this, man. We didn't clarify that it's a podcast. We're like, we're just here.
Well, go ahead, get your. Is there stuff you say at the beginning of a podcast just to make sure?
I mean, I guess so, but I mean, to clarify, we don't have a name yet.
Yeah,
soon come. We're gonna figure that out. For now, Untitled Podcast. We're gonna do this every 2 weeks, or at least try to.
Every 2 weeks, yeah. Every 2 weeks, and just talk about stuff that's interesting to us.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, and
we're gonna put this up, YouTube video format, and probably audio format, just on iTunes as well. See what happens.
Just hold the weight over a while.
We're just gonna go with the flow, see what happens with this shit. Yeah. What we can do. If it grows, it grows. If it doesn't,
we're still
gonna be here, man. You can find us every 2 weeks.
If we have one follower, one dude from like I don't know, Massachusetts or some shit, gonna be like, yeah, those two, they connect to me.
Yeah, man. They got some topics to talk about.
Today should be interesting though.
What do you think's on the program today for us?
Oh, today we're talking about something I think a lot of people neglect, the family shit. Family shit. I spent a lot of time with my family lately.
Now, how do you mean, like growing up, or what they mean to us and our personal
lives?
all
that even. Like lately, I've been chilling with my family. My sister's back in Tennessee, so she's like,
yeah, that's wild.
Yeah, she was.
How long have you seen her?
I haven't seen her for like almost a year.
So usually she's gone for a year. She comes back
for a year,
summer.
6 months, and she comes back. Yeah, so then
to clarify,
like,
you got a twin sister.
I've got a twin sister. Yeah.
Crazy.
So she comes through every 6 months or so. I usually sleep in her room.
That's wild.
Oh yeah, because it is what it is, man. Like my parents, right? Divorced, so it's like 2 houses and shit like that.
Yeah,
and it's like different living situations. So if I go to my mom's, I'm sleeping in like a room that I usually share with my brother and sister. And then if I go to my dad's, it's usually the same thing. That's my sister's in Tennessee. Then it's like I sleep in her room. So like, I don't even have a room really. It's really like right now I'm sleeping on the floor basically. On the mattress. It's a struggle.
How you going?
It comes into everything though. That's the thing though. Like all that stuff is connected in the way of like when my parents raised me, right? Yeah. They raised me like. The work ethic and all
on that though. How do you mean?
On what, like how I was raised?
How it connects to everything, how you're raised, like just the sleeping on the floor part.
Okay,
you know what I mean?
It's kind of weird. Maybe it's just how I'm like factoring it in, but like my parents when I was younger, like the way they raised me was like doing chores, all that shit. So like
more on this discipline, I guess.
More than discipline, but it's like discipline that leaks into every other part of your life. Same way, like if they constantly invite their like African friends over, right? And they're like drinking beer, all that stuff, and fucking up the whole living room. They'll come by and they'll take their friends to the door and say, "I'm gonna go see my friends off." You clean this shit up before you go to bed.
So like essentially, they were trying to instill discipline through everyday tasks.
Yes, and that leaks into what they do in homework, and it's like, I hate doing this shit, but I gotta do it to get a good grade. And it's like, oh man, I hate doing this, but I gotta do it. So it's like, so when I'm sleeping on the floor now, leaking to that, it's like, I'm sleeping on the floor now because if I work hard, I'm gonna be sleeping in fucking $1,000 sheets and amazing. That's the thing. What it is. If I'm sleeping on the floor now and I'm working my ass off, that means eventually, before I die, maybe not tomorrow, next week, next month. Before I die, I'm gonna be sleeping in a bed that's worth so much fucking money, right?
$20,000 Rolls Royce bed.
Rolls Royce. I probably bought one of those stupid ass like car beds. I always wanted those as a kid. Yeah. I always wanted them as a kid. I always wanted those like the car beds, the wheels and shit.
You're gonna be like, yo, come over for dinner or some shit. Walk down the hall to the bathroom. I look into the master bedroom.
Yeah, this is gonna be a fucking.
It's like a kid's
not
bed,
even king.
It's a kid's bed.
My feet hanging off this shit.
Yo, Darko, what's up with that shit? You'd be like, yo, man, it's been a goal.
It's been a goal. Yeah, it's like, I sleep in there at least once a week.
With no furniture, but you got this car, this car bed. So you've been dreaming, man.
Custom made.
We made it here now.
Custom made. I probably still sleep on the floor, to be honest. Just to keep it instill that discipline. Keep it stuck. But we were talking about family. That's talking about the way I was raised into that. Like it goes into everything. So when it comes to songwriting, when it comes to my grades, it's acting shit, even everything. It's like this, like that feeling of, man, this sucks. Because it's like that before something you get the result. It's like the solution before the result. The solution is usually the shittiest part. It's like when we're here listening to music and we're like, what else can we add? What else can we do? That feeling of like, fuck, it's not done. Oh, I gotta do this, and it sucks because you're like, oh, it's just work. And this is the part part that is even fun.
Yeah, the journey to the destination.
The journey to the destination, shit like that. But like that's the part I've grown to be more and more familiar with.
I mean, as rough as it can get, especially with the music shit or even homework, whatever it is, like often you don't want to do that, but with music especially, like I just know eventually whatever way it's gonna pay off. So I don't know, honestly, we're probably gonna look back and love this shit more than when we got it, honestly. In a stupid way,
sure.
like even if we get money doing this shit, we'll probably look back and be like, yo, when we had nothing, this shit was fire.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
You hear artists do this a lot. Like,
yeah.
Like, man, it was honestly less pressure and nothing.
I don't even think it's more pressure. It's like
I feel like to me, honestly, I feel like we're gonna feel more pressure now than we will then. I don't know why. But
in the future, you mean?
Yeah.
You're gonna feel more pressure in the future, more pressure
now.
Right now?
I feel like, for me, at least.
Well, you know, I think that probably comes from like that comes from like people they have a kind of expectation, but a lack of expectation too.
Yeah,
They kind of just like, oh, I hope it's good. Like right now, it's just I hope it's good and I hope it's not bad. But in the future, it's gonna be like, oh, I hope it's better than, or I hope it's as good as. You know, it's comparing the shit. It's not like you're not even setting the bar yet. Now it's just throwing something out there, shots in the dark.
Not just something, man. Not just something.
I don't know.
Fire is what we're throwing out there.
We need to rent a ranch in Wyoming.
Yo, they banned them, man. We
can't
go there.
I hear it.
They
said no more rappers. We're only gonna play good music.
Yeah, they're like no rappers, but it was chaotic, but we're still open to possibly hosting a party with Kanye West and good music. Like, you guys are such slippery bitches. Like, fuck out of here. Spicy, as they say.
Spicy. Ridiculous.
But yeah, fuck family. Let's stay on the topic here.
Stay on the topic, okay. I was gonna say, how was your family affected? Like, what are some ways your family has affected your kind of like your lifestyle, the way you live? Like you've been able to you've been living for what? Like, how old are you now? You said
21.
21.
Thanks for remembering.
Yeah, you know what? I'm a good friend.
How old are you? No, I'm playing.
How old are you again? No, it's like
no. I see. Let them know on the podcast. Let's sneak it in there.
Okay, so you've been living for a while now, especially like on your own, especially like in Vancouver and all that. What are some things you able to compare your life to people around you and shit like that? I assume you probably do that. I feel like everyone does that. And it's like, what are some ways your parents have raised you, and like to the point that like you're able to compare your life and be like, oh, I live life like this with these morals, these kind of like even the way you process things, the way you take in entertainment. Like, would you grow up around music? Did you do all that?
I honestly, like, music-wise, I never, like, my parents play music, like, every Sunday. Like, they play music that they just don't relate to rap or this shit I'm into. So, but like every Sunday it was this thing. My mother, like, I'd wake up to like classical music playing and like at like 8 a.m. on Sunday or some shit. I'm like, fuck.
That's dope.
No, but like I don't like, they also like Peter Gabriel, whatever, soft rock, whatever shit. You know?
I feel that.
But like I don't think I got heavy music influences from them per se. I don't know. I did that more on my own, I think. But I don't know, but yeah, maybe it's also discipline, probably like manners, how you carry yourself, I guess.
No, my parents instilled this kind of like this feeling of separatism when it comes to growing up. It's like there's gonna be us, like us is the core, your base, and there's gonna be everyone else. And everyone else is kind of like, and it wasn't like a kind of racist thing, and it wasn't really kind of like a prejudice.
It's family first, and then,
it's not family first.
Family's got you first, and then
it's kind of establishing like the world as in like this. Your blood, your family, your mom, your dad, your brother, your sister, all that blah 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 is your base.
Yeah.
That's where you got your like when you're growing up. They say kids look up to their parents, their siblings, like because you're learning everything from them. Your traits and all this stuff about yourself and about life and humans and all that stuff comes from them because you're spending the most time with them. And it's like that's your base. That's where you're learning the most shit. And then the rest of the world is out here, right? Yeah, so it's like, so it's us and them. So it's like, okay, this is everything from us. You saw how we like interact with each other and how we talk and how we do this stuff.
Then out in the world, you figure out a way to interpret it.
Yeah, to bring all that stuff you learned with us to them, right?
Yeah.
And so it's like this idea of bringing us to them, and it's like. That's where the main problem comes from. I feel like a lot of stuff. It's like you're bringing the principles of that, and the way they're raised in like Africa. So it's like their cultural things. Like I was just chilling with my family. My family's ruthless, man. Like I haven't even told you before. Like I tell them about music, and they'll just be like, Yeah.
Oh yeah.
But where is this gonna go? Or they'll be like, oh, if you do movies, yeah, but like, is this gonna get you on a red carpet in Hollywood? I'm like, man, but I'm working. And that's like, nah, it's not just good enough to work. And they hit you with that. But like, cause like that's sensitivity.
I feel like low key, it's like out of love. They want to push you. Right?
I think it is.
They're poking fun for sure, but.
Yeah, but it's like it gets to the point where you're just like, yo, I'm really trying out here, like, and they hit you, and like all you want to do is that you get that pat on the back of like I'm doing a good job, and like you don't really get that. I don't really get that much when I get home, and it's like it's frustrating at times.
Yeah, man.
But it's rough. Like but you learn a lot from your family. The family just like.
Well, that's what you spend most time with. Like, your childhood. Like, I'm gonna say like obviously 0 to probably like 18. You're with your family.
Yeah.
Right? Almost every day you come home to that. Whether it's arguments or about homework, whatever. You got caught drinking, whatever the fuck it is, man.
I never got caught drinking.
You have a good conversation with your parents, whatever it is. You spend time with them or your siblings. You probably more so with your siblings, right?
Well, all of them really. I've been having more meaningful conversations with my family.
Well,
like
that's
recently.
Now that you're older, right?
Now that I'm older, kind of like
that shit when you were like 14 or so.
When I was 14 and like in my main teens, though, I was too busy trying to keep up with life. You know what I mean? Like I was too busy.
Life,
like
you say, hey?
You know what I mean, though.
Yeah, I know what you say.
I'm gonna keep it that way. Keep it that way. I was too busy trying to keep up with life. Like I was trying to go out to parties. I was trying to do this, that, the other thing, right?
I'm sorry.
I'm old enough to do that now, right? I'm old enough to fuck around and make mistakes and do that shit because that's what it is.
This is wild because it ties into the project. People, like they will hear once they'll
hear about that gap between exactly. It's the way I paint
coming
it.
of age story almost.
It's kind of a coming of age story, kind of like Ferris Bueller. This is my Ferris Bueller. But that's the thing about the project, though. It's good because it connects to. I've learned like in this summer especially because all the talks I've had with my family, my dad, my mom, my brother, my sister. I've learned how important family is to me and like about that base. And I like that whole like diagram of shit I was telling you about, like of how it's like the us and them. I never thought about that before. I was like, when people talk about talking to their families before, I was like, oh, whatever, man. Let's go talk to your family. It's not important. It's like,
I never had that shit though. When I was growing up, I think I was like more like, I was like pretty rebelling, angry child. Like from like I'm gonna say 11 to like 17, I was like fucking just wilding out, doing stupid shit. So I like.
You probably had your
like,
hair all some weird too, right?
No, it's been this.
You were real.
It's been pretty similar the past years.
You gotta keep the same energy.
Yeah, man, it's still the same, man. Now it's just I keep it inside. I don't let it out. You know, it's deep in my soul.
One day,
forever.
One day, we're gonna have that shit out.
But yeah, I never had like those deep conversations with my parents. Then it's more been like the recent years. Like now that I don't know. You kind of got some perspective. You know, think of. I think there was like an event where like shit could have gone really bad, like some serious consequences. And that's probably like, that was a good wake up call where you like start looking around, like what do I really have? What do I have to lose? And all that shit. But now I'm a bit older, like even when my parents are in Switzerland, I don't see them for a year. I can like talk to my parents every once in a while and have like a good conversation. Which is, then I don't know, you bring that back into your own life, right?
Yeah.
Or you can walk away with that because you can't have, like as much as we have deep conversations, right? But it's not the same. I mean, I'm sure you have that shit with your parents, right?
Well, yeah, but I think the majority of your conversations, whether it be with friends or your family even, that are deep, I feel like because it comes in your later life because you're not caught up in what I would call dopamine spikes.
Yeah. Like okay, we're going sciencey here.
No, but this is what
science terms. Alert.
Science alert.
Science alert.
New track, dopamine spikes.
Yo, where's the siren? See, this is why my laptop used to be here. Like,
it's unnecessary. Fucking like, it's like drop a bomb of dopamine.
We gotta get audio clips of fucking DJ Khaled. It's like, you the best.
You're the best. Amazing.
Facts.
Fucking God. Well, I was talking about dopamine spikes. Is that like when you're younger, you're just caught up in dopamine spikes. Mom, I lost my virginity. Mom, I got my first girlfriend.
Never had these conversations.
Yeah, you know what? They never had these combos, but like that's why you would never have, because that's awkward. Like, Mom, I lost my virginity. Mom,
I see what you mean.
Like these are things like, because like you're just like you're chasing these things like I was when I was younger. You're just chasing these things. You have nothing to really talk about because you're too busy getting caught up in that. But then once it settles, once the dust settles and shit like that, you're just like, okay, I'm here. Like, I've done this stuff. Now it's like, oh, mom, I got my first girlfriend. Now you have to put, mom, I just broke up with this girl that I thought I loved. Now I'm just here.
Man,
like, not, you know?
We have this conversation once in a while. Not specifically about this, but isn't it crazy that every human being has these conversations at some point in their life?
Because we all have the same experience, man. We all have the same experience.
But doesn't that make you feel like sometimes you like let it get to your head, you're like, yo, I'm special, I'm different than these other people. But then when you actually go out and talk to these other people about their experience,
shit.
Whether it be with their girlfriend, with their parents, whatever the fuck it is, it's like word for word, damn near the same shit. You're like,
yo.
What in the different circumstances, but it's like, I don't know. Shit like that, I don't know.
It's all connected.
It makes you feel fucked though. It's like,
why? It makes you feel fucked. I don't know. I feel
not
that's
fucked, but it's weird because
it's like, weird, but like human experience.
But you're like, I'm not living my own storyline. Like we all have the same fucking storyline.
It's the same cliche plot. All of us.
Really, like it's like somebody like dead ass put a script in our domes when we were born, and then they're like, this is what you're gonna do. You're gonna be a little more wild than this kid, but at the end of the day, you're gonna have the same conversations with everybody you know.
Yep. It's the way it is because we were all raised in the same kind of school systems and shit like that. That's where it comes from.
But even in high school, like I'm sure you had these kids in your school that they party on the weekend, then from Monday to Wednesday at school, they be talking about the next party they're gonna go to. Or no, sorry, they talk about the previous party they just had. And then from
the end of the
Thursday to Friday, whatever, it's like, oh my god, this party's gonna be wild. That's all they do. I'm sure you had that, right?
So everybody had that, because you're like, that's it. And then somebody gets pregnant and the party starts slowing down, and then it's like it picks up again because they had a child and it's beautiful.
Everybody in the group has the one guy that's too held down by his girl.
It says, Jason never comes out. Yeah.
Yo, look at this guy, whoop, man. His girl's got him by the nuts, man.
This chain I got here, this is a gift from my brother when he first started working. And this is the chain I'm rapping about in Feel Good.
Man, wait, what? I didn't know that.
This is the one. Wow. This is the one. So it's like flossing with the fake rocks. This is.
It's not real.
It's for sure not real.
Your brother was cheating.
He bought shit online for like a
cool 30.
Maybe even 20. Maybe even 20, even less than that.
Lyrics are good though, man. So you like,
I play it off.
Well, I never thought. I don't know. I never
that's
looked
the key.
At it,
you know
right?
the key. He taught me the key to rocking fake shit is just never mention it. It's
yeah,
just never
like there's who the fuck even Logic that I mean he's something, but. But even this guy was like, yo, I used to buy fake jewelry anyways. Like, honestly, who gives a fuck? I mean, it is cool to be like, yo, this is real.
This is real.
But that shit looks cool.
The thing is, the reason I rock it though isn't because I want gold. It's because like my brother bought it. He worked hard for it, and he was like, yeah. When he first started working, he's like, here's a gift, and I was like, oh yeah, cool. Same way he gave me a shirt. Gave me shoes, gave me shit like that, and I wear that shit because it's like, yo, that's my brother worked hard for this shit. Same thing with my parents bought shit for me. It's like, yo, I used to wear my mom's fucking sweaters to school and shit like that.
I thought he was gonna go somewhere else real quick, like dresses, like.
Yeah, man, I just wear my mom's dresses to school, man. You know, show up.
Yo, I was like 5.
I like the breeze, bro. I was 14, bro.
Yo, I kept doing it 14 to 18.
Yeah, you know, pivotal years. Extra people get the message. No. I wear this shit because it's like, it's like the whole feel good. It's like, you kind of feel good. It's like carrying like your lineage, your legacy, like your whole shit with yourself with this chain. And so that's how I feel. It's not less about like, oh, it's fake gold. Cause like, I can give a fuck that it's fake gold.
Well, you just said you're not supposed to talk about it, but now it's gonna be on the internet, man.
I don't care. I don't care. I have a fucking song. I have a fucking song where I say I'm flossing with the fake
fake beer. We don't drink beer.
This is a fake iPod, a fake mic.
Yo, we go to China every week to buy shit. That's fake.
It's fake everything.
Fake news life. Shout out Trump. What's popping, baby?
That's the thing, though. Like, to cop, like, the shit, it's all about what the shit stands for.
Yeah.
Right? And like, man, I'm not gonna, if I get enough money, I'm definitely gonna buy real shit. But like, I'm gonna say that just to cover my ass. Like,
yeah, fake Supreme too. Is that is that one of you? Like you? Is that what you do?
If it's a gift, I find it hard to give away.
Honestly, I don't even know if I ever buy Supreme.
I might fuck with Supreme. Supreme can hit me up.
Man, but yeah.
I'll be down to do a photo shoot. Like my cousin started doing an off-white photo shoot because this one girl did some photo op for them. Like she was wearing some like off-white shit, and then like she's like, I'm just gonna post a pic with me and my butt poking out.
Wow.
My butt poking out with the off-white shit showing.
This the classic.
And Off-White saw it and said, oh shit, let's put it on our main page.
Ass and Off-White?
Ass and Off-White, let's go. That's a great combination.
Yeah.
So I look at my cousin's shit.
When they saw that shit, it's probably like, you know this song, Big Sean, ass. They're probably just thinking that and they're dumb. They're like,
this money, yes, yes. So like my cousin's out here trying to take photos with Off-White, and I'm as great as the photos may be, and he's got like a professional photographer friend taking it. I'm like, that's great. But you don't have ass, you don't have titties, it ain't gonna happen.
Yeah, you're just a guy like everybody else, man.
I could try that shit, that's it. At least I got the hair or some shit, man.
I want a Tommy Hilfiger sponsorship. They're not gonna give me shit.
Unless I got these titties and ass, that's it, man.
Unless you have like a mad Instagram following, they could give less of a flying fuck.
This chick, man.
That's literally the game, though. Like, everything's... Like, even when we're talking about, like, music endorsements are important, right? Mm-hmm. It's like even record label. I just thought like it's the same thing, right? Similar. Like the record labels, when they sign you, it's an endorsement. Like it's a sponsorship. You're gonna rep their name, and they're gonna help you. But the only reason they're doing that is because you're gonna get eyes on them and their product, which then funnels money back to them. Mm-hmm. It's like I sometimes have conversations with people. And they're like, "Why don't you just hit some people up and they'll get it sponsored?" I'm like, the only reason that people sponsor is because they know you can get eyes on their product. Yeah. Right? So
if we got no eyes,
so like
what's the point?
If we got eyes, right, we can grab people's attention. Companies, probably even people that don't align with us whatsoever, they're gonna be like, okay, these people can get this market to get our product. Like same with Diddy. That guy's perfect, the perfect guy to sell fucking vodka or tequila, whatever.
He's
Mr.
Party, man. That's just craziness.
That's his brand, though, right?
Yeah.
Like,
man.
Yeah, I don't know, man.
See, the same way Dre got headphones.
Like Tekashi 6ix9ine, all he's gonna sell with his brand is fucking 69 porn. I don't know. The fuck's he gonna sell that one? What can
Tekashi 6ix9ine sell? He can sell megaphones. He can sell what can he sell? He can sell megaphones. He can sell.
Go mad.
No, think about it. Like if you're gonna branch artists or shit, there's certain things that would work. Like although it look kind of wild if he went to go like the megaphone route, because that would just kind of be weird. Like, yo, like who uses megaphones besides like gym teachers?
Why the megaphone? Because he screams?
Yeah, he's like, talk about, I would go see a show. If he was like, yo, Tekashi megaphone,
would you buy it? Nah.
Would I buy his use?
I mean, as merch, that would be pretty smart.
That'd be funny.
That'd be funny.
With those like unicorns and that anime version on the... Yeah. Oh, that'd be crazy. See, man, rainbow something. He needs rainbow something. That's what we need to think about, like fire merch that makes sense. Like, not just shirts and clothing, the apparel, the clothes, like the usual shit. Like, you know, like certain bands will always come out with some like funny, smart shit, like an object, like an actual product that then just has their logo on it, whatever. It's like some smart shit that works, but not a fucking mug. Like mugs are cool. Like what? Yo, drink this Darkoh mug. It's Darkoh mug.
Yo, this has my album cover on it. It's only $15. Don't worry.
I don't know. I think when it comes to like making merch, it would be great if you could just sell like phone cases and shit like that, without like having to worry about I got 1 million of these sitting in my apartment because nobody bought them. You know,
man,
like
I gotta wait, my guy.
Buttons are the ones. Buttons.
Like you mean buttons, jean jacket buttons? Like
jean jacket shits? Buttons, like go on backpacks, pins, okay. like a fucking election. When the election goes through and they have buttons and shit, everyone has fucking buttons. If anything, socks.
Or like the
bitches love socks.
Bitches love socks.
Bitches love socks.
Bitches love cake too. We can sell cake.
Cake goes bad, man.
Nah, man, we'll sell
socks. Eventually get a hole where people get fake everything.
They can't even eat
fake it till you make it, right? That's what it is. Fake it till you make it.
A button at the bottom of the cake. It's gonna feel like cake, but it's not. And it's gonna play fucking. Told you, it's fake cake.
This is why you're the head of this shit. This is why, because these ideas I could never think of. Who thinks of this shit? He does. Not me.
Cake, man.
Not me.
Nah.
All I said was bitches love socks. Look at where you took it, man.
You gotta go somewhere with it.
God, man. My God.
All white sock, and your face is only on the big toe. So every time they're changing their shoe, they're like, oh, it's Darkoh.
I forgot to listen to the album.
Yeah.
Let me put this.
It's gonna say www.darkoh.com. Visit now.
I don't know if these are the kind of looks I want, man. Cause you know who looks up fucking people's feet. When are you ever like? When are people?
That's gonna be these old dads with the sandals. And
it's the sandals and fucking socks. And be like, yo, what's that poking out on it? It's gonna be like that skull. It's like, yo, what's going on? Like on a bus?
Nah.
And it's gonna be some person with the sandals and the socks. And he's like, what's going on?
On the real though, we'll have some tight merch. Like just.
We gotta look into some people, some clothing design. I'm looking to like get clothing designers and shit on it, like because Vancouver like has everything here.
We should look outside of that for sure too. This is probably a conversation we should have off the air.
Nah. Because the thing about it is that like we're looking for. This kind of be like a PSA. Like we're looking for people that are down to like.
Well, we just need creative people in our lives, man. Help us get this vision out. Like even
we gotta start getting wild with this shit, man.
Graphic design, everything, man.
Everything, man. Because look at what happens when you have a team. Like I hear like Kanye with his new album, Ye, right? He apparently that track everyone's talking about, Ghost Town. Yeah. Apparently he finished that the day the album came out.
Yeah, I read that.
How do you get it mastered that quick? That's what.
He's an engineer in the studio.
That's what I'm saying. That's why you assemble a team, right? So that you can finish an album the day it's supposed to come out. Say, yeah, I'm gonna just put that on there.
No, but like all of them can do that. Like. Push it. Okay, let's go outside of good music. But even Zaytoven, all these Atlanta fucking Lil Yachty, like they just have. See, the issue with us is
you don't have that.
It's not even that. It's like I'm more into like the production. I can mix the beat while making everything blend, and I can do a rough mix of the whole shit. But then when it comes to mixing and mastering it to the final product, it's where I get like stuck because I get so caught up in how it's supposed to sound to where like people say, oh, you can do whatever. There's no wrongs in fucking mixing.
No right or wrong. There is a right or wrong.
Just be creative. If people tell you it's not right, just do it anyway. Like fuck. There's certain specs, right? Not even specs, but it's supposed to. It's like a loudness competition of music right now, right? So like if the mix needs to be as loud as possible, but still sound good.
Yeah.
And I just rather like tell a mixing engineer, this is similar to what I needed to sound like. This is where I got it to. This is the mix I made. This is the creative shit, but you need to make it sound right. So the volumes are right, all that shit, the technical shit.
See, that process is crazy. That process, because like when I hear that, I'm like, oh yeah, that's cool. But like for what I'm going through, whenever I'm making a song with us, like when we're making a song, it's like. You'll be saying like, man, I just gotta make this sound like this and then make it sound perfect. For me, it's like I hear it and I'm like, oh, these aren't the right words. This isn't the right phrase.
But this is the opposite. Like I do hear sometimes I'm like, oh, he slurred that one fucking letter or whatever. Like I'll hear that because I don't know if you do this, but I'll listen to this shit. I'll go for walks. I'll listen to it. I'll listen to this. I'll sit with it for like 2-3 weeks. Listen to it damn near every day.
No.
Because I need to hear that this shit works. You know.
To me, it's like, I take days off of it. When we record, it's like when you send me the bouncer and shit, and like you'll be like, yeah, man, let's do it when you got a chance. Yeah. I'm putting fucking 2-3 days on it.
Nah, man.
Not even
I gotta live this shit we created, man.
No. I need to break away because I need a separation. And then you separate from it, then you come back and you're like, okay, let's see what we got here. And then like the thing about it is a lot of times when I'm making the song and like we're sitting there listening to it, I'm like, it's like I'm rediscovering what, because like I go into it with maybe a subtle idea of what the song is actually gonna be about, and I have the lyrics there, and I have like the lyrics at the time and stuff like that, and it's like, okay, this is it. Dope, this is gonna be it. This is like I'm sitting there confident, fucking giddy as shit, like this is a hit right here. This is a good song. Yeah. And then you go in there, you spit it, you sing it, you do ad-libs, you do whatever the fuck you're gonna do, and you try to mix the shit, and then you try to give a bunch of different type of energies and shit like that, and you're like, all right, this is done, right? And you go home, you send me the balance, I said, I'm gonna give this 2 days. 2 days go by, you listen to it again, and you're like, all right, is this conveying the same shit I'm going through?
My thing is, obviously I'm trying to make sure the shit is right technically and the lyric, whatever, the vocals, the quality, the mix, all that shit. But it's more, I want to know what it feels like to me when I'm listening to it, when I'm on a walk late at night, during the day, when it's light out, in a car, on a train with other people. Like, it's more like that, right? It's more, I want to know that I like this shit. This is something I would listen to every day because it's my favorite song, right? It's not even that I want to, like, I just need to know it's like I need to know it can be my favorite song even if it's not ours, you know? That's more what I'm aiming for.
It's the weirdest thing is that, like, it's like you understand, like, they're mixing it for a technicality, like it needs to sound right, and it's like I'm mixing it on, like, and this is gonna sound crazy, I'm mixing it and for, like, you know, my I'm mixing it looking at, like, I'm fucking Edgar, fucking not Edgar, what the fuck am I saying? Like, I'm fucking oh, what's dude's name? I'm gonna fucking screw his name up, so I'm gonna switch names. I'm looking at this shit like I'm like like I'm a poet. I'm looking at it like I'm a poet, and like I'm like really working on shit. You know what I mean? Like I'm looking at shit like I need this words to be right so that when, like, low key, I'm out here being like, I'm writing this for people to write Tumblr posts and be like, you know, when you put an Instagram caption and shit, like I want you to quote the lines so the lines are right for your caption. I'm trying to make sure everything's right, so it's like, oh, that hit me.
You're just making sure you have, like, you want quotables kind of thing.
Not just quotables though, but it just needs to be right.
Hit with by your lyrics.
Exactly, because
impact,
like, because it's one thing to be like, oh, I get what he was trying to say, and I love what he said, you know, and I want to get to the second one.
But this is interesting though, because I'm usually more concerned with the overall vision of the song. That includes the audio, the music, all that shit. But
well, I trust you on the music and shit like that. So that's why I'm on the lyrics. And so far you haven't ever asked me to be like, yo, this verse right here, this is in the
because that's your shit. I can't, like, sometimes I'll have like
I will challenge it though. It's not like I sit here and I'm lazy with it. Like, I'm thinking the same way with beats. It's like I'm never gonna be out here like, man, I just need to throw a verse together on this shit.
See, that's the nice thing between us. Like, we're not dickheads about it, right? Like, this shit's garbage. Like, you've told me before, like, I don't know if this sits right with me. I don't know if this part works. Like, I think that's fair. Like I've said, sometimes you'd be like, I'm like, it's the same thing when I'm like, this shit maybe more energy or whatever. Like, or maybe just try to drag this word out before you come. Shit like that. But I feel like I'm not gonna be the guy that's gonna
tell you to rewrite
I'm like,
the whole verse,
because I don't know. Sometimes I don't. When you're doing it, I don't know where you're going from with it, what the story is. So I'm not gonna be like, yo, this word doesn't sound right. That means if you're like, yo, this word makes this work. If I take this out, if I change it, it's not. Who am I to do that, right? So like, I'll leave the lyrics up to you. I'll just tell you if I think it needs more energy or like the vibe of it needs to change. That's it.
See, like, we live in this social media era where it's like everything.
That's so.
No, I'm serious. We live in a social media era where it's like, if I say something, I think that's why I'm so strict with myself on the verses and the lyrics. It's like, if I say something, it's like, oh man, he said this. You know what I mean? Like, he said this. What did he mean by that? Like, I'd be like, oh, this shit's trash. Look at him sound like a bitch.
Sidebar, man, I have this shit too, but with like just the overall song, I'm like, what if people say this? But I have to like reality check myself all the time. I'm like, that many people aren't gonna hear this shit.
Nah. See, but I live in my head, man. So it's like,
I have the same thing.
I say it's like, I have this thing like,
to me, right?
Everything.
Like,
everything is a reach.
I can already see myself, that dream car, the 911 Ford, that 80. I can see it doing it.
Because you know why? You know why?
Everything.
Do you know why? Because I'm sleeping on the fucking floor. That's why.
No, I'm sleeping on that bed, but
that's why you can see that shit. Because you're like, yo, I'm working this job. I'm doing all this shit, and I'm like hurting.
It's about the floor. I think it's just about the cycle you're like. We both work the same garbage ass job. We're not gonna say where we work. Fuck them.
Yeah, but it's the same. It's the same place in different locations
all the fucking time. Same with just life. You're like in a cycle almost, right?
You know,
You're
I'm gonna call it the 5-star McDonald's. We work at the 5-star.
4.5. There you go.
4.5. 4.5 McDonald's.
If you know what it is, comment down below.
Comment down below. Fuck out of here.
Yeah, it is fast food as fuck though.
That's okay. That's to bring it back. Like. That's the thing about routine. That's the thing about routine and discipline. Not just discipline, but routine
can make you feel stuck as shit, though. At the same time, it's gonna get you there over time. But in that low point where you feel like it's not happening, it's gonna make you feel stuck as all fuck. Like this routine is gonna make you get to where you need to go. But at the same time, for a large part of the time, you're gonna be like, "Yo, is this the right thing? Am I doing?" Like you're just questioning everything.
Well, routine is the basis of shit. Like when you're working out and you have a basis of workout, like it's like, oh, my routine is I'm gonna start out with some cardio, then go to some weights, and then come back chill.
Or first 3 months, you're probably not gonna see proper progress, right?
Exactly.
But then eventually you start seeing, you're like,
because you have that base, you have that routine that you build in the beginning, and it's like, okay, my routine is cardio, muscle shit, lifting, and then I'm gonna stretch and then dip, right? That's your routine, and that's your routine. Basic. You're gonna have one cardio thing, one weightlifting thing. One stretch, I'm out. All right, next time you come in, next few times, it's like, all right, I've got 2 cardio things like that.
I can't relate to this shit.
Come on.
I don't work out.
It'll happen.
Everybody out there, we drinking beer.
Oh my God. When you went off the boards, you said saying, all right, we ain't gonna use this shit, but I'm gonna just say it. When that shit starts, it's never